So what I'm going to make today is an upgrade for my Frostwolf, but also this is the kind of talisman that a lot of attack-based druids are going to want to use. I'm not 1000% sure these are the exactly best mods because we don't have updated PoE, so I can't pop it to check, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be really, really close. So what I did, I bought this Magi Talisman. There's the other talisman, a Jade Talisman, that has higher base physical damage. It actually has higher DPS, but it has lower crit and lower attack speed. Another reason I'm using this is because it has max rage. So not only does it attack faster and it has better base crit, but it has max rage, which I need for my build. This costs 3 divines. You can also buy these and then hit them with perfect transmutes until you get the increased physical damage. Then augment to add a random suffix. But the next step after this is getting flat Phys. All right, so first thing, we got this. Then we're gonna Greater Essence of Abrasion. This is gonna add tier 4 flat Phys and make the item rare. There we go. So, oh, it's tier 3 flat Phys. Now the next thing I want is from Perfect Essence of Ice. This grants gain 25 to 33% damage as extra cold. Some people might want to go with Perfect Essence of Lightning, but this is gonna remove a mod, then add a mod. But if we use an Omen of Dextral Crystallization, this will remove a suffix and then add this modifier. So the prefixes are the ones we want to keep. The suffix we don't care about. So this is going to remove a suffix and then add this mod. And we got 31% damage to extra cold. Now our prefixes are done. So the next thing I want to get is Perfect Essence of Battle. This is also going to remove a mod, then add a mod and give us +5 level of all attack skills. But again, I don't want to remove my prefixes. So now I'm going to Exalt Slam it to add any suffix. It doesn't matter. Slam. And then same thing, Omen of Dextral Crystallization. And it's going to remove a suffix, which is that strength we just added, and then add on +5 attack skills. So we got that. At this point, what you can do is Exalt on a random suffix, and then you would go with an Omen of Dextral Crystallization, and then use a Perfect Essence of Haste. It will remove a random suffix, so it'll be a 50-50 to remove the +5, or the random suffix you slammed. It'll remove one of those and then hopefully add on. They will add on the onslaught, but hopefully it removes the mod you don't want. I can't afford that right now because those Dextral Crystallization are like 1.5 divines each. Now the next thing I want to do is there is a modifier I want to get, which is an Amanamu modifier, Desecrated modifier, 12 to 18% increased attack speed. Companions have 12 to 18% increased attack speed. I don't care about the companion thing, but I do want the increased attack speed. So this is an Amanamu modifier. It seems like there are only 3 Amanamu modifiers. So if we now go for this, Omen of the Liege, it'll make sure that the next mod we add on this thing is an Amanamu modifier. So we just do this. It's going to add on that Desecrated mod and consume the Omen. And then we just need to unveil. What is an Echoes? Omen of Abyssal Echoes cost 44. I'm like 99% sure that we are guaranteed to get the attack speed. I'm a little bit scared we don't, but if PoE DB is correct, then we will. Ah, you know what? You know what? Damien. Damien is smart. So I think what we want to do is Omen of Abyssal Echoes, you're right. So this will allow us to reveal the Desecrated mod twice and pick the best one. So we're going to get 2 sets of 3. And Damien has a really good point, which is use the Omen of Abyssal Echoes because the roll range for the attack speed is 12 to 18%. So if on the first one we get, let's say 12%, we can re-roll it again and try and get a higher one without having to use a Divine Orb. So here we go. Well of Souls. Abyssal Echo activated. Reveal. Psh. Aha. So we get the 12% attack speed. And thanks to Damien, we can now reroll. 12% again. Sad, yeah. So we got a bottom roll, unfortunately, on that. But I got max companion speed. Super useful. The only question now is we have an empty suffix at this point. And what would be amazing would be something like strength. There's leech, crit chance, crit damage. Accuracy doesn't really matter. I don't think there's really anything we can do to get like a good final suffix. With the removal of Omen of Homogenizing Exaltation, it's making it so that you can often get like a good 4 or 5 mod item, but not like necessarily a good 6 mod item easily. So I'm just going to slam this thing. I'm going to slam this thing in 10 seconds unless someone has a better idea. And we also, by the way, we got like a very low roll on the flat physical damage. Greater slam. All right, YOLO. Strength would be great. Strength would be great. Please, strength. Mana per enemy killed is actually not bad. All right, so here's our thing. A very, very low roll on the flat Phys, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's still, this is going to be a big upgrade. Only other thing left to do is I'm going to put in a Farrell's Rune of the Hunt and a Greater Iron Rune. And here's our new weapon. So now the next thing is I need to get 10 more strength. Doriani will help us. Strength and strength. There we go. Here's our new thing. So let's see how much more damage we get. So currently we've got a Shred. It's at 14.7k. Lunar Assault about 9k. And when I equip it, oh no, this one had strength too. It's a mystery. We're never going to find out. I forgot about that. Is everyone else also having horrible stat issues this league? It's not just me, right? There is a solution to this. One thing we can do to try and fix this, all right, is this. On my body armor, I have an empty suffix, and there is an Amanamu mod 15 to strength and intelligence. So Amanamu, and we're going to need a preserved rib, and then we're going to pray that this gives us... Oh wait, it doesn't work on chests. I forgot. Oh frick, I remember they changed that. Yes. All right, let's try it. Let's just go for a YOLO Desecrate. Okay. First solution, all attributes here. Please, strength. Oh, yes. Actually, although, hold on, wait. So 21 strength, but Dex and Intelligence is a total of 28 points. If I take Dex and Intelligence, I can respec some points on my tree, right? I can turn that into strength, that into strength, that into strength. I'm going to go for Dex and Intelligence because it's actually a greater number of attributes. All right. We've almost solved this problem. Strength, strength, strength. Yes. All right. Moment of truth. So 14.7k Shred, 9k Lunar Assault. Okay, we more than doubled our damage. So I went from 14.7 to 29.3, 17k. 7.6. Holy crap, 30k? Yeah, this more than doubles our damage. That's a big upgrade. And we get another 2 extra rage. And this is with a pretty bad roll on it. So there's our craft. Let's go kill something. Okay, here's the boss. Oh. Okay, that got exploded. All right, there we go. I'll do a written guide for this talisman as soon as possible, but it's a very deterministic craft, and it should be, holy crap, these are really well rolled, and should be a massive upgrade, especially for wolf druids. And once PoB is out, I'll actually be able to test to see exactly which modifier is the best, but that's it.